my process. So many times I used to get caught up in like the end result or the destination, call it what you want, and I forgot really what was going on with the process. I wasn't present. So again, like the other video the other day, I missed so much because of that. A couple of really good examples would be for me the Ironman. So I a few years ago I was really wanting to crack a sub 10 hours here in Barcelona. I don't know why the camera's jumping around with light like that. Sorry about that. I'll bring my head forward, see if that helps. Try and focus. There we go. Yeah, so I was obsessed with trying to get obsessed. That was my goal, to get sub 10 hours, and to do that I needed to be able to dedicate a certain amount of hours a week to train. I could just about do that, scrimping and saving on time. My family probably paid for most of that. But the problem for me was recovery was very difficult because my kids were so young. I just couldn't get the time in that I needed to rest and get ready again for the next session. So that helped me park that idea of being obsessed with sub 10 hours. And what it really taught me is about doing every session, every training session, the best that I could. So that would mean I would turn up prepared. I would study what I was going to do the night before in terms of the distance, whether it was swim, bike or run. I'd have the kit ready. I knew how long it would take me roughly. I could factor in time for warming up, warming down, maybe a bit of food before, depending on what it was. So that exactly that, I was much more focused on the process, on the journey, rather than the destination. Because oftentimes, the destination changes. In this case, if it was 10 hours, if that was my goal, and I didn't get that, does that mean that I failed if I got 10 hours and 1 second? Or would it mean that I have succeeded if I got 9 hours, 59 minutes, 59 seconds? To me, in my mind, it's like the difference of 2 seconds. Well, I wasn't prepared to label that as success or failure. For me, the race was a success. I didn't do it in 10 hours. I did it in 10 hours 6. I think round it up to 10 hours 7 for sake of arguments. But the fact that it taught me a massive lesson in staying present, concentrating on that process. And I could talk the same again in terms of selection for special forces, about staying present and just doing the thing that was required that day. Because chances are, if you're always looking around as to who else was there or what they'd done, whether you thought they were passing or failing, yeah, you'd probably have missed a lot. Same with business, same with Royal Marines, same with personal training, same coaching and the journey and the courses that I've done. So yeah, my big lesson there was to concentrate on the process, the daily details, which generally add up in the long term, rather than getting obsessed by the destination and usually blindsided because it's the completely wrong place, or the price is too high to pay once we get there. So yeah, process.